Hey everyone, welcome back, and in this video let's talk about abstract keyword, abstract classes and abstract functions. So what are abstract classes and what are abstract functions? Okay, so see, we have in the previous video we have taken an example of a class, basically car, correct, in the inheritance video. And what we did, we defined some variables here. For example, I can say like number of wheels. Okay, I won't be defining all the characteristics again and all the properties again. So let's say that you have a number of wheels here, right? And then what we did, we basically made a child class, let's say Honda, and I did an inheritance of car, right? And that's it. And to demonstrate that thing, what I did is I basically made a Honda object, right, like this, and I set it to new Honda, and then I was able to access the number of wheels property which was in the parent class, correct? This, up to this point, everything was really fine. Now see what happens. I can even make like object of the car class, correct? I can say car equals to new car, right? And I can say, hey car, that your number of wheels is 10, and this works absolutely fine. But if you talk in reality, is it possible us as a user to create a object of a car class? Like, should this be even allowed? Because when you talk about car, obviously a car belongs to some particular brand, right? Maybe Honda, maybe Kia, maybe BMW, maybe Mercedes. But in this case, you are able to create an object of this particular car class directly. So what if I want to stop, basically I want to discourage the user from creating the object of the parent class directly? So what can I do, correct? Like, I don't want that user can directly make the object of the parent class. So what can I do? So in order to do this, basically in order to discourage the user from creating the object of the parent class, you just need to put abstract keyword in front of the class. Now this particular class is abstract, correct? That means it needs to be implemented. See, in abstraction we have seen one thing, that abstraction means so showing the essential data and hiding the internal implementation, correct? Now this thing is abstract. Basically this is hidden from the user. Now what if user tries to create an object of that particular class, car? So if I say car equals to new car, now you can see that I'm not able to create a function. I'm not able to create an object of this car class. Why? Because it says that this car class is basically basically abstract, and there is no, like this, all the information is hidden to you. So you cannot directly use this particular object, okay, this particular class. What you can do is you can basically inherit the abstract class, and then you can work fine with it. Like I made an object of the Honda class and I set the number of wheels to 5, and I can even do s out that, hey city, what's your number of wheels? Like, I can easily access the properties and I can even print them out, correct? There's no issue in that, which is perfectly fine. And as you can see that there is no number of wheels property in the Honda class, correct? So it comes from the parent class. Even I can do this, I can have a constructor and I can say like this dot number of wheels. So you can see I can access the number of wheels here and I can explicitly set it to 5, correct? So even if I don't set it up and I just print number of wheels, I'll again get 5. So using the abstract keyword, you can tell the Java compiler that this particular class is abstract. Basically all the functions, all the methods and all the properties needs to be implemented, okay? So you can discourage the user from directly creating the object of that particular class. So a user, basically in main, you cannot directly create object of the abstract class. Similarly, we have abstract functions. What I can say that, okay, let the user create a car from the car class, but don't let the user to start the car, to start the engine of the car, okay? Because that is only implemented by the companies. So what I can say abstract void start engine, okay, start engine, and then just start engine, okay? And you can see already I'm getting an error. I need to make it abstract as well. So now what I did, I made an abstract car, okay, which is perfectly fine, and I made a function abstract void start engine. Now you can already see an error in the Honda class, right? So what error it says is basically that if you are inheriting the car I'm forcing the Honda class to actually create a function of start engine. Okay. Now Honda class cannot be created without implementing this particular function. So I need to make a function which says start engine, same spellings, correct? And now I can say that s out starting engine. Okay, now as you can see that this particular class is happy, and now I'm able to start the engine of the Honda class as well. So if I run this program, there is some problem that, oh, it's a void, so I can't s out it. Okay, so I need to remove this. Yeah, now I can run this program and you can see starting engine. So basically, if you just make the abstract, basically an abstract car, no one can make the object of that particular class, correct? And you can only extend that car, basically class, not the car. You can only inherit that class and use the child class to create objects. And if you say that if you create an abstract function in or a method in a class, then the class that is inheriting the parent class needs to forcefully override that function, basically implement that function, because this function is abstract. We don't know what's the implementation, right? Abstraction means that this is the essential detail, that yes, I need start engine, but you need to implement it. So Honda class implements that method. Okay, if I hover here, you can already see implements method in car. So this is the abstract, right? This is the essential detail which is exposed to the user, and this Honda class basically implements the internal working. So this was a very short video on abstract classes and abstract methods. Now why this is important to learn, because in the upcoming videos we would be solving some questions and we might encounter a use case where we need to create abstract classes or abstract functions. So you should know what are abstract functions, what are abstract classes, and how to stop user from creating an object of the parent class, or basically how you can force the child class to override a method. So I hope abstract is clear to you. So let's meet you in the next video. Until then, bye bye, take care.